Absolutely.
I don't want you to betray your character, but I don't want you in character.
I'm not gonna.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We always say ride the line here.
Yeah.
But don't do anything that jeopardizes your character, but also
don't say anything that's going to make you, that you're not comfortable talking about.
Yeah.
At the same time.
It's like, I love Papa Judah. That guy's awesome.
What's that?
So I love Papa Judah.
That's right. You just all kicked his ass last time. That's right. Okay. That's right. Okay, this is connecting in my head. I have a through line for your interview. You'd be like, listen. Okay, I gotta write some notes real quick. Sorry, the spark just hit. I just figured out your interview so much right now.
So it's like, have you seen his haircut? Oh man, it's a great haircut, right?
Let me check.
Wait, we're on right now?
No.
Yes, we are.
What? Oh,
We're totally on.
Oh shoot, we're on.
Hi,
Oh
everybody.
no! When did I hit that button?
The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show 900 and you like it when I do this, Matt. One of Tuesdays we've talked about professionalized wrestling. Wrestling Mayhem Show at Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA, and this is a show where we ask, where is Chris LeRusso and what is he doing right now? With me asking those hard questions, our friend of the former mainstream media, Matt Carlins.
I think about, how they, I think about Chris LeRusso almost every day.
Oh, yeah?
And wonder, what is Chris LeRusso up to? And is he thinking about me? That's often what I think of also.
Yeah. I wonder what he had for lunch today.
Yes.
Yeah. Also with us to ask the big questions, maybe has some of the answers, Chris LeRusso trainee. Yeah, that's your introduction now. Julian Jay premieres on the show this week.
What's going on, man? Trained by LeRusso.
You've watched this show before. You know what you're getting into, right?
Yes, yes, I have.
Yes, I mean that we gave you that cup. And for those that don't have video, it's the I Heart Intercourse Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Mayhem Show. We gave you the warm welcome because I realized you have been on the show. You've been in the studio. I swear I have a fever dream where I swear I interviewed you and asked about rugby, but apparently that didn't actually happen.
No.
In my mind, this has happened.
No.
But
it must have been another Julian Jay that looks exactly like me, but it's not me.
Yes, I can't tell Julian's apart, obviously. That's my problem. So, it just like that fever dream state I've been having. Maybe I've been taking too many gummies before bed because I also had a dream that my dog was on a TV show last night. So there's that.
What was the TV show called?
I feel like it was a Law and Order show or something. It wasn't.
Was he a lawyer dog?
No. It was just there. I think it might have been a witness, right? I think Wicket might have been a witness, but was not a victim and was not like the perpetrator or anything like that. So it's because
Wicket was the district attorney.
The district attorney. Just a little furry chihuahua.
Damn good one too.
A little furry chihuahua in a suit. Everybody asks how.
I always think of Wicket as kind of like a little furry Perry Mason. That's really what I think about.
That seems about right. That seems about right. Oh, my God. What is this show going to be? This is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Typically, we talk about professionalized wrestling. I think I already said that part, but I need to remind myself sometimes. And this week, there was a lot of wrestling and a lot of very, very good wrestling. And, Matt, you posed a very interesting topic to start off the show for this week.
First of all, the cans are super hot right now.
So okay. We'll work on that. Let me bring that back down for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to whisper the whole time. Sorg, I wish to discuss, first of all, my hideous hairline. I wish to discuss my hideous hairline.
Yeah, I'm having problems myself too tonight.
We're
a bunch of old guys on a podcast now.
Remember
when you used to be young guys on a podcast?
You can escape the basement, but you cannot escape the unceasing march of time.
That's kind of dark, man.
Well, you're young. You don't have to worry about this stuff.
Yeah, you got a while. When you're 20 years into business and worried about your hairline.
When you've seen much,
let us know.
Yeah.
We'll probably still be here doing this show.
We'll be like,
I'll call you up in about 20 years. Okay?
I'll be like,
call us up.
Yeah. You know
like
what?
Receding hairline, just like, hey, it's gone.
Yeah. I don't think I can pull out the bald look, so I've been very, very, very.
Yeah.
Anyways,
there is no head shaving going on here for me either. I'm just like, this is the way it's gonna be. We're gonna hang on as long as we can.
Absolutely.
If anyone has some recommendations of ways to like maintain what's going on up here, because
or some good
we're
hats.
starting to lose the fight. I don't want to wear no goddamn hat, Sorg.
No, I'm a hat guy.
No. The hats only make it
the only
worse.
reason
you
I don't
have to resist
oh
the
God,
hats.
that's a
Hello.
Zoom. What's happening there? Sorry, Zoom closed down.
Okay.
Anyways, what was the big idea?
Okay, well, tonight I wish to discuss the duality of wrestling. First of all, and the many ways that brings us all joy. On SmackDown last Friday, The Rock and the rest of the gang devoured 40 minutes of television
40
time.
minutes. And the first match happened. I'm looking at the DVR and it said
my-
45 minutes. I'm like,
Oh
what
my
the hell?
They just kind of were just like, we're doing this.
How many matches got cut?
I don't care.
Did you see this thing?
Yes, I saw it.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yes, I watched the whole thing.
I did watch the whole thing. Even the first segment where there was no Rock, and it was just Roman and Paul out there, and Roman acting like it was over, and then and they do the dirtiest stay tuned trick in the book where you're like, Roman, you can't leave. The Rock's coming out next. And then they just fade to black, and you're like, oh. You're just left hanging. I'm like, well, I guess I'm just sitting here for a while. I'm waiting for him, waiting for the Rock. I'm going to see how long it's going to take, 2.5 minutes or so. Get the breaks, come back. Here comes the Rock.
You know what I was thinking, honestly, as I was watching that? I was just like, wow, this is kind of long for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I
This
clicked
long
off. It's like, wow, this.
It's long for them.
Wow.
you're into some. You're in deep when you're like, this is a lot for WWE. This is a lot.
So the DVR I usually watch it on is a web DVR thing, and you can see the commercial breaks. Like the nice thing is like you can hit the button and skip ahead through the commercials, so you see where the breaks are, and you look at it, and you just see like one break at 15 minutes, no break for a while, and then just a bunch repeatedly after each other.
Like
it feels like every 5 minutes there's probably a commercial break, which probably was a nightmare to watch live.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I was still in the afterglow of The Rock, so I didn't.
You didn't
really
care.
They were just like running
Bring
out
on
matches.
the DiGiorno's
I'm like,
commercials.
Whatever. Just
Bring on the
do
Slim
this.
Jims.
Yeah, I was like, who's this? That's fine. Just wrestle. 2-minute match. Great. Get out of here. Get the next one in here. So anyway, The Rock. Oh
Rock.
my God, The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Julian, I know you're a very, very young person. Perhaps you do not remember the original incarnation of The Rock, or maybe perhaps you watched him when you were just a little baby. Would you care to answer that question, or would you just? I'm kind of talking to
Yes.
myself.
Were
now.
you ever a baby, and did you watch The Rock?
Did you watch The Rock when you were a baby in the 90s?
Yes.
Great.
Actually, I did.
Great. And what a positive influence he must have been on your
he's the
life
best.
from a very young
He's the
age.
best. He's my
He is
favorite.
the best. He is the best. He is a super giant red star, like just burning bright, devouring everything else in his sight. It's like Roman like shrinks 5 inches every time he stands next to The Rock, because The Rock is just like so huge. You've got like The Rock in his like $18,000 shirt every week. Roman's over there dressed like a hobo in his sweatshirt and his track pants. Come on, Darby. Step up. Anyway, and then The Rock proceeds to discuss the apparent prevalent meth usage in the state of Arizona, Sorg.
I've learned so many facts from The Rock in the last couple of weeks.
I learned so much about Phoenix.
I learned Salt Lake City. What was it? Go back to all your lives or something like that.
Was a
I
fun
thought it
one,
was an
too.
RWA promo.
No. It was
Oh, it took him a second for that one.
Oh yeah. And just delightful, and just like I loved how at the end, like at the absolute very end, when they're like he's getting ready to do his big like if you smell The Rock, he's just like has to sneak in one more like go home and smoke some crack like at the very end.
It's amazing.
It's just amazing.
The Botchamania where they took the Street Fighter screen after you beat somebody, and it says at the bottom it's the little video imposed with a beat up Guile, and it just says go home and smoke some more crack. I'm so glad Botchamania is putting their shit on social media. That's so good.
I don't know what else to say. Like, I know it's like juvenile and stupid, but it's The Rock, and he's just out there doing this. We haven't gotten this kind of Rock in a long time.
No,
and it's so much fun. And maybe I'll be sick of it in a couple weeks, but like, I watched 40 goddamn minutes of this bull crap, and I'm just like, this is all right. I like this. And people are, and as I always tell people, whenever I'm kind of ashamed that I enjoyed something on WWE, I'm just like, I'm very sports entertained right now. And I don't know what else to say. It's just like it just hits just right sometimes.
I mean, this is the same company that sold tickets to an arena in Las Vegas where there was no other show happening that week except for the Super Bowl. And
They didn't sell tickets; those were free.
Those were free. No, you had to sell tickets for the experiences they were doing. Was that what that was? Like to meet Triple H and all that kind of stuff?
If you wanted to go backstage for the cocktail party.
For the cocktail party. Okay. Either way, they were making money off this thing. And just had an arena full of people just to do, an hour and a half of promos.
Basically.
And have cool stuff that use for the trailer for WrestleMania.
Yeah. Come to the arena and watch our Raw segment. That was basically what they did. I don't think that was 40 minutes long either. I think that was less than 40 minutes. They went longer on SmackDown.
Their part was like 20.
Something.
I think. If you count like Seth's section and all that, I skipped Seth and skipped the Roman and Rock and all that kind of stuff. So
I do like how they're still trying. I thought they were just going to completely ignore it and try to like pretend like it never happened. But they're still like trying to explain why Cody would just give his main event to The Rock and then take it back. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I'm like, you know what? You might as well just forget it. Like,
At this point,
mistakes were made along the way, and now we're here.
There's a thing they did. I think it was Monday. Cody was talking and talked about how there was a video, and then it got pulled down, and then he put up a longer director's cut of the video. The 21 minutes. I didn't watch this. I saw
not
clips.
Enough that they did 40 minutes on SmackDown, but before that, earlier in the day, The Rock posts a 21-minute, like fully produced, like. Here is the story as it stands
here's
right
the
now.
Johnson
going
cut.
through all the call Seth Rollins a walking clown emoji. Unbelievable. Oh man. I'll tell you what. The only one who's taken more fire in this whole thing than poor Roman, who shrinks in The Rock's presence every 5 minutes that The Rock is out there, is Seth is like completely like swallowed up. Like the only thing that matters right here is The Rock and Cody, and everyone else is just kind of like hanging out and just trying not to look like a goober on TV. And for Seth, a huge challenge, and sometimes a bar that he cannot get over. But that's not my problem. That's his problem. The Rock is gonna chew him up and spit him out again, probably on the mic on Friday. And it's all right. Let's go.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. So we have this. We have the best promos ever. And not that WWE's no slouch in the in-ring department either. From what we're seeing from NXT, other things going on. I keep hearing.
Why are you singling out NXT as like the standard here? I do have a WWE match that I did enjoy within the last week.
Well, I haven't this is the first week I've gotten to watch Raw in full for the most part because I've been having issues with the method that I watch wrestling technically. So I've watched the YouTube clips, which I think you pretty much get the gist of it. But they said that it was been pretty much fire like for 2 weeks straight, right? And I don't know if that still was last night. I'm very tired and I couldn't really tell. But
I was quite tired on Monday as well, but fortunately they put the Gunther Dominic Mysterio match on very early.
The match you didn't know you wanted to see.
Oh, I knew I wanted it. Go ahead.
Good. Very good. I watched that earlier today.
Yeah.
And it was very good.
It was very good.
Dominic Mysterio is not bad.
It's almost like it's in his family.
Not bad. Yeah, no. Really?
Well, I mean, he knows what he is.
Mm-hmm.
So that he has good self-awareness, which is always a positive thing because then he can just kind of lean on.
So for those that didn't see it, what was it that really stuck out for this for you?
I don't know. I mean Gunther. Gunther's just a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like anything, every single match that he's in is just always, to me, a 5-star match. Like, and then I don't know. Like I think, I agree with you. He's always in the right place at the right time. Like he's self-aware and he's
He doesn't try to do anything that makes him look too impressive.
No.
He just
he does what he needs to do.
Be out there, the nepo baby that he is, and just like
But the small stuff that he does looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
He sells his ass off. You know? There was a spot in that match though where he he was going up to the reps and looked like he was about to do like an old school, and then he just like falls, and then they kind of like look at each other for a second. I'm just like, what's going on here? Was that supposed to happen? I don't know.
There was
like
another
a split second. Like
the first time he gets he sets up Gunther for a possible 619 early in the match, the first attempt, and I don't know. I guess I've seen enough Gunther matches. I knew what was coming next, and he sets him up and and Dominic goes off the ropes. Gunther disappears off the screen as the camera follows Dominic, and I'm watching in bed, and I sit up because I'm like, oh my God, Gunther's going to be waiting for him when he comes off those ropes. And sure enough, he's by the time Dominic is coming back the other way, Gunther is up, and it's just bam! You've done
enough of these matches. You filmed enough of these matches to know, right?
It's just
yes.
It was just it's just one of those little perfect little wrestling moments where you're that's what I want, that's what I got, perfect. Thank you. I will keep coming back. Thank you. I will continue to consume this ridiculous sport.
That drop kick at the end of that match was insane. He
Gunther's
he's dead.
He's
Dominic's
such
dead.
a beast.
I did watch a little bit of the promo. I think a clip of the promo from the week before where they set up for this match, and would seem perfection. You're just why are we doing 2 heel factions right now, right?
Yeah.
And Judgment Day is so wild because depending on which member speaks up, is a love or hate thing. Just going from Rhea to Dominic,
Yeah,
it's so
it's a real United Nations of heels and faces.
It really
it's
is.
Everyone's coming together.
Yeah, it's a cool heel. Here, cheer.
Very much boo.
Fuck this kid.
Who the hell is this JD fella? We don't like him at all.
Yeah. You're just is he part of it? I don't know anymore. Give us our truth. So, yeah, seriously. God.
So anyway, that was some fun stuff. So anyway, say some nice things about WWE.
So WWE, and they're off of this. They're sold out shows lately.
Yeah, they're
Holy
packing them in.
shit.
It's crazy.
They're on. I can't remember the last time they've had this many sold out shows in a row.
It's been a minute.
Probably the 90s.
The 90s, right? And I don't even know if they were then.
Yeah.
They probably weren't working in as big arenas as they are now. But they're freaking going to town on this stuff. The business is hot.
I mean, I think sometimes we forget how much Nitro and Raw were packing them in during those peak years for both of them. It was just, those were crazy. Some of those old Nitros, you watch them, it's the crowds seem to just go on forever because the way they light it, you could see all the way up in the upper decks, just people everywhere.
They were not afraid to light it the whole way up either.
Hey, when you got that many people, you do not be afraid to light up.
I know Revolution was very lit up this weekend.
Very well lit. Yes, it was.
Also did a sold out this
Holy
weekend.
moly, that's what I sea of humanity. Just I love just people were sending these crowd shots. Just
well, let's take a quick moment here and thank our friends over on Patreon, patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. You guys can support this show. We also have a great email at that email address. Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. It was great to have the chorus last week back again. I really appreciated that.
Mayhem Missy.
I know. She was the best at that, wasn't she? But thank you, everybody that does support the show over there on Patreon. You guys get a little bit extra. You get Talking Mayhem when I actually edited early. I know it was a little late last week. You do get Talking Mayhem Mania early whenever we can do that. You get some special steps when we get down to Patreon in the bank here, I think at the end of the month-ish, maybe. We'll talk about the schedule. And also some special Patreon add-on conversation that we do. Sometimes we'll ask our guests the more intimate questions during that. That's your warning. That's your warning.
Okay.
Dig the dirt up. Give me the road stories. The ones that can't tell in public.
All right.
There you go. Sometimes. We'll see what we get out of Julian here later. But thank you, everybody, to support the show here at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Our friends at the fan of the show level. Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Team Hammerfist, the Tupac family. And at the Poppy Club level, Dave Profma Ponder, spouse of Roots Jewelry Affair at rootsjewelryaffair.com, and Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid. At the Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy, The Riz, and Lance Fisher. And at the manager level, Bradley and the Mad One. You guys support the show too. Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Also, Patreon's a really good app for listening to your podcasts as you subscribe to through there. I actually listen to several that I follow. Through the Wrestling Mayhem Show account. So, well, that's my account. That's my first account. So that's what I signed up for. So, the Wrestling Mayhem Show also contributes to other podcasts. So, anyway, so
passing it along.
The part 2 of the duality, sir.
The duality of pro wrestling.
Yeah. So we got this. We got 40-minute promos and
40-minute
The Rock.
promos with The Rock.
And we're Rudy
Nonsense.
killing all over the place.
Gunther killing Dominic.
Yes.
And then you've got Revolution on Sunday.
My
pay-per-view.
God.
Holy shit. This pay-per-view. This was just...
Tony Khan calls this the best pay-per-view ever.
I mean, your results may vary.
Yes.
But, like, in ring, shit. That thing was awesome. It's like, what? I mean, do you want me to go? I will go through these matches.
Go through it.
And I will tell
Do
you
it.
how much I love this
Do it.
stupid show.
Do it. I love it. You always like, this is the stupid. And I think that's one thing. When you're a fan of wrestling, when you're doing wrestling, you're like, this is the stupidest thing anybody could be into or do. Like, I love when wrestlers are like,
You know when I
run around. I think Noir does this. Like, I run around in my underwear, every week and do this silly thing in front of people, you know. And we all spend so much time on this thing, but it's so much fun, and it's the thing, and we love it.
You could tell when I really like something because I call it stupid.
Okay, that's
stupid,
for a love. That's a love thing.
That's a love stupid
Yes.
thing. Geez, Sorg. I don't know where to begin. I'll try to start at the beginning, and I'm trying to rack my brain now and try to remember the card off the top of my head because I can't remember what the first. Oh, it was Christian and Daniel Garcia, Christian Cage and Daniel Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Cage doing it for all the dads out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Garcia, he's doing great stuff. Very exciting. See what's coming up for him. What came next after that?
Great match, but still one of the forgettable things with as much stuff happening.
Yeah,
on that show.
it is crazy because you get to a point with some of these matches where you're like, if this was any other show, that was definitely the best match on this show. But it wasn't a normal show.
It's probably not in order, but we had Kingston and
okay, Kingston. Kingston and Bryan Danielson. Oh man, god damn! All right, this match was awesome. Julian, did you see this show?
Ooh, unfortunately, I didn't.
Okay,
I heard
Julian,
it was very.
I'm
going
gonna
to
give you my recommendations. All right, go watch Eddie and Bryan Danielson.
Okay.
Because Eddie puts on just putting on a clinic of getting his ass beat, and Bryan Danielson, of course, putting on a clinic of beating somebody's ass.
Okay.
And it's just it's wonderful.
Did you see the after promo?
Yes.
Where they're both sitting, like getting patched up, and he gave the handshake afterwards, and Eddie's like saying how much that means to him and everything, right?
Right.
And then like he leaves, and it goes in on Bryan, and Bryan's like, I'm really good at hurting people, and I know that his wrist was hurt like halfway through that match, and he kept going because I'm really good at hurting people. And
He's so jerk.
And I'm really good at knowing if they're hurt.
I'm really
he kept coming at me, man. You know,
yeah,
it was like
normal people would have given up by that point.
He's like, he's
'cause
putting
I really
Eddie
like
over.
hurting people.
He's
I
like,
was really good at hurting them.
He's putting over Eddie, but reminding you of how much a fucking bastard he is at the same time and how good he is. It's the best Bryan Danielson.
I'm so mad I missed this.
That was the web exclusive.
It was such wonderful nuance to Danielson.
They buried that in a 10-minute package.
It's like he can't let you like him too much. It's
No.
You shook his hand, Danielson, but remember, I beat his ass for 20 minutes. Okay. Let's see. What do we have next? Oh, we had that scramble match. It was okay.
Okay. It was a scramble match.
Something to fill the time. Let's get
Sure.
everybody on the card.
Yeah.
Wardlow won. Does that strike your fancy at all? Good old War Puppy doing his thing. Yeah.
War Puppy.
The big dog, War Dog. Yeah. Okay.
We'll have nicknames for you when you make it on TV and you've been on the show too.
Okay.
Like, we'll figure that out in
We're gonna figure
5
out
years.
something.
Whatever that
We'll
is.
get there.
Yeah, we'll
Don't
get
worry.
there.
Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy.
Roderick Strong, remind people why Roderick Strong is on this show.
Roderick Strong. I have to say this. That dude is a hunk. Look, just that dude is a piece of work. What a human being. He's just out there, and he, this is always what I say about Roddy Strong. I'm always just like, well, here's Roddy Strong. Let's see how this goes. And by the end of this match, and every Roddy Strong match, I'm like, look at freaking Roddy Strong. I don't believe how good this guy is. So he's always like, he's like the sneaky good wrestler.
Because he's been doing goofy shit for the past several months, and he comes in and just tears it up with Orange, right?
Yeah.
So.
And just like psychology is like airtight.
Mhm.
Orange's back is hurt, so Messiah the Backbreaker is going to go out there and just spam every backbreaker on Orange Cassidy. Perfect. Wonderful. You know. Ugh. What a mustache, too, on that Roderick. Did you see that?
The mustache game all night was on point.
This is a mustache business now.
Yes, it is.
Did you see that Mike Bennett is now down to the mustache?
Yeah.
Taven, we're waiting any day now. You know, if you can't grow one, just wear a fake one now. Just get out there.
I think you can get away with it the way some of these are turning out. Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly showed up after that match, too.
Yes.
Again, looking like a hobo, but you know, I didn't want to say that out loud, but I just did, and but it's good that he's back because he's been dealing with a lot of injuries and coming back and whatnot. So that's good. Hopefully he's all good to go, and he's
hopefully he's
in good shape. Hopefully he's well. Oh yes, Blackpool Combat Club versus FTR.
I was trying to remember what the bloody match was.
The bloody match is still coming.
No, but this was the one they changed the mask for first.
This was like
the one where they never showed them changing the canvas on a show, right? They fucking showed them changing the canvas after this match. Because
old Dax got busted open in this one, this is like one of those. Somebody else on who's much smarter than I pointed out that this is, you know, they were in the Greensboro Coliseum. So basically what you were seeing was like FTR and Mox and Claudio basically doing an ode to, you know, every like 80s, how many Mid-South, you know, Mid-Atlantic,
how many versions of a Doomsday Device did we see in that match? I counted at least 3.
When Claudio ran up the ropes to do the European uppercut.
Yeah, it was like a European upcut Doomsday Device.
Yeah.
Like there were so many like Doomsday Device modifications in this match. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
European
uppercut.
He just runs at the rope, hops off of it, boom, on the guy on the shoulders.
Mox has one of the FTRs on his shoulders, and they Doomsday Device him with a European uppercut.
He does a dive through the ropes out of the ring into a fucking uppercut at one point.
So awesome.
And the guy's huge.
He is huge.
Huge.
And still like he has time has not passed for Claudio Castagnoli.
No. He's getting started.
He's just that same dude. Like just that dude forever. He's in 20 years he'll still be doing this apparently. So that's fine. You know,
I believe it. I believe it.
Plug him in after every match and make sure he's charged up.
We just sold you on this show, haven't we?
You ready to watch this show yet?
Look at his face. You're on audio. You gotta look at this face.
I can't believe
we're not even to the good stuff yet.
Yeah, we're not.
Oh man.
Okay, Tony's
getting antsy here. I'm gonna put it on the TV for you while we're talking.
Tony Storm and Deonna Purrazzo, you know, they had a match, and this was probably not the most memorable one.
No, unfortunately, show. But man, they had a lot stacked against them on this one.
A lot to go up against, and they were squarely between a couple of really good matches.
The women's matches are not bad. The women's matches are just not as crazy as everything else that's happening.
I just think I think there's always an adjustment period when someone comes from outside AEW into AEW.
Sure.
And I think Deonna's kind of dealing with that too. You know, a little bit, you know, bigger houses, you know, more people, you know, different crowd, you know, kind of making her style work. But I think she brings something very unique with a more like technical, you know, kind of grounded style. And I think she should keep doing that and make that her thing. She shouldn't be discouraged away from that because she may not be getting what she wants.
I don't know if this happened because maybe we're just mired with the whole Tony Storm story, but like we need that thing that just what we were reminded why Roderick Strong's Roderick fucking Strong.
Yeah.
Like we need that. Why is Deonna fucking Purrazzo?
Yeah.
Right. Like, and I don't think I don't know. I don't know where that goes. You know.
Yeah, I feel like we need to get her into like we need to get in there with something like a lot of credit. I would like to see a program with Deonna and Serena Deeb, and I think maybe they can get each other over at the same time.
Like a crazy when
crazy technical craziness.
Yes. Like they have like a series, like a best of 7 series or something.
Like
let's just go. Let's just go and remind you what classic
every
wrestling
week
is.
On Rampage, Deonna versus Serena. You know, we'll watch
that. Could be good.
Yeah,
And that might be the place to put it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rampage. Jesus. Okay. Will Ospreay and Konosuke Takeshita.
My God.
Holy shit.
My God.
Holy shit,
Will
Julian.
Ospreay says that he's getting patched up in the back, has this back injury. We don't know how it is. He stands
fine.
right up because Ric Flair walks in the room, first time meeting him apparently, and says, "You're as good as they say you are."
Yeah.
That's fucking
Will
amazing.
Ospreay is that guy.
He's that guy.
He feels like the biggest thing that's ever hit this company. And I know we lived through the arrival of Old Phil, and that felt pretty big too. But like in this moment, like Ospreay like hits the scene. It's just like if after this match is over, these two dudes. There's no doubt these two are like two of the absolute best on the planet.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
End of story.
Yes.
No doubt. There was like maybe like only like 5% of the total wrestlers in the world can dream of even hanging with these two. All right. And I will get done watching this match. Just beautiful, perfect, hard-hitting, innovative, just tactical, crazy, awesome stuff, super intense. And I'm like, there's people in the back in that locker room right now have got to be like, oh my God, now what am I going to do? Like, what do you do when Will Ospreay's out there putting on matches like that? Like, that's the new bar for in-ring sword.
This is like mid-show. This is like mid-show-ish.
There's 2 matches after this, but that bar is freaking high now for matches with Ospreay there. And even in AEW, with as stacked as their roster is, there's only a handful of people who can get to that level with Ospreay. I can't wait to see who takes their shot with them. Like we are going to get Danielson versus Ospreay.
Oh,
all right,
That would be really good.
we
now
could get.
we're talking.
What if we? You know what? I just thought of this right now. What if we get Claudio versus Ospreay? Holy shit! We got to do these matches. God, don't wait. All
You
right,
guys are
let's
really
get on.
selling me on this.
Oh my God! They just like.
I'm so mad I missed this.
Dude, this Ospreay Takeshita match, just gorgeous, just art, man, so good, and just oh,
If you
just
love
a
New Japan
delight.
wrestling, if you watch some DDT or any of that stuff, like this is like the best of all those worlds
It's
coming
just
together
like, yeah.
on AEW TV. It was tremendous. Ospreay takes what was it, a brainbuster he took off of the ropes, the one that went.
Oh, it was
and
supposed
he
to
has
be the top rope brain buster under the turnbuckle.
giant bruise, like all the way up. He showed it during a press conference. Like as soon as he went down, you're like, damn, it was already turning red. He's announced for Kyle Fletcher. I love the Kyle Fletcher and the Darby match. They're like, well, they're announced, but on the press conference, he says, we're going to make sure they're cleared first.
Yeah.
We want it on Wednesday, but we
Yeah,
may
we gotta
push
get-
it back. He's very honest about that. So I
That's
do
good,
appreciate
yeah.
that candor. But yeah, it was, God, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
It
There's an Os cutter. There's an Os cutter that gets reversed into a Blue Thunder bomb by Takeshita. I'd like to know how
It
that
is the
works.
wildest
And
Blue
it's
Thunder
like-
bomb you
and
probably
it's
ever
like
seen.
not like one of those like baby Blue Thunder bombs. It's like one of those like he gets him and it's like me wrestling with my kids where I get him and I'm like woo, you know, so good.
Yes.
It just I don't know what else to say. The bar has been raised, and who could possibly imagine that the bar could get any higher
Yeah.
when it comes to in ring in this company?
Yep.
But it's way up there now, and I feel sorry for some of the people who are gonna have. I don't know how. I can't imagine like. What
He's a
some-
feature. He can't do that every week, right?
He can't do it every
Right?
week, but he can do it at every pay-per-view.
Yes, he can do it every 2 to 3 months.
Just set up the pay-per-view matches and then go do the pay-per-view matches.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And believe me, like you've seen him work these, New Japan tours, right?
Listen, I've seen him
Ospreay
on.
knows how to.
We have
you
filmed
know-
him on indie shows.
Yeah.
Where it's been bonkers.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Like I started thinking about him and Blake Christian the other day.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite matches. Tremendous. In South Bend for Warrior Wrestling. I think the first time. We had at least 3 tremendous Will Ospreay matches I put up against about anything except for something at Wrestle Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't let up.
No.
Or if that's letting up, you can't tell.
Well, he doesn't mail it in. No.
No.
He's definitely. He doesn't appear to have a low gear Sorg. So tell me with that. Okay. Samoa Joe versus Hangman versus Swerve.
Did you see Hangman's nameplate?
Yes, I did.
Has completely lost
has
it.
absolutely lost it.
It's great.
Have you seen these promos with Hangman?
No.
Basically, the whole thing is his entire motivation is to make sure Swerve never wins the championship. Because Swerve invaded his home and threatened his family and lorded over his kid's crib and all that stuff. So it's a personal vendetta. And now he's just like taking that very valid thing and taking it too far.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah. And it's like
so great.
And Swerve has beaten Hangman twice on pay-per-view and just cannot shake him. Like and Hangman just will continues to persist. And he's like, just leave me the hell alone so I can get this title. And so they have this match. And it was really the finish was really good. It's basically Joe gets Hangman in the old sleeper.
The clutch.
And Swerve is kind of scrambling to see if he can get there to make the save, and Hangman just taps out. And now everyone's kind of left going, did he tap out because he was done, or did he tap out because he's trying to screw Swerve? And what a strange priority that is to do that.
Right?
But yeah,
and
it's
that's called
definitely
storytelling, folks.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
That's great.
Hanger's really good at that stuff.
You can't tell me AEW don't have storytelling, because this was such a story-driven show. It's probably the most story-driven show they've had.
I mean,
like
everything was pretty well built up. And their scramble was thrown together, but everything else was pretty well set up. I thought. Yeah. No complaints there.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the main event. Darby Allin and Sting and all of Sting's kids versus the Young Bucks, Nicholas and Matthew.
Yes.
And Sorg, what did you think about this little trip down?
I watched
this
it.
This little blast of nostalgia.
I'm an NWO Sting on person. My wife is a very, very big Sting fan. I'm so happy that we our last show with the company, she got to see Sting in person here in the area. She wasn't with us on Sunday to watch it, so I watched it the next night with her again. And when you first saw Blonde Sting walk up, you're like, oh my God. And you're like, and then the second one, I'm like, oh God, it's his kids dressed as Wolfpack Sting and Surfer Sting.
Surfer Sting.
And apparently
like USA Surfer Sting.
And apparently wearing the gear from, I think, his Clash match with Flair, if I'm not mistaken.
They did say that. Though.
Yeah.
I say that's a long time to hold on to that.
Yes. And his kid fitted pretty perfectly.
Oh my God! His one kid. I mean, his other kid is a little bit skinnier, but like Steve Jr., Sting Jr., Hijo del Sting is like
jacked.
the spitting image.
Yeah.
He's jacked like crazy, and God, you know he's been asked a billion times if he's ever going to wrestle. I don't think he's ever wrestling.
Football, I think they said, like Division I or something like that. So, and I love they're doing the stinger splashes, and the son that's the Wolfpack Sting, he's jumping too early, but he floats. It's wild.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, why does this look so weird? You probably spot it right off the bat. You're just like, he's just jumping way too early for this thing.
Yeah. So they just.
I saw clips of
saw
those
those?
matches. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw clips of them doing the stinger
doing the stinger splashes.
It
was
looked pretty
crazy.
good.
It looked good.
Yeah, it was not too bad. It was just crazy to see like Sting's kids doing it and being like, that's cool, but that's like Sting does it better than his kids. It's like his kids are younger and they technically are probably more athletic, but like they can't do it like Sting. They can't do a stinger splash like Sting.
Great American Bash, 1990, we say. So, Alex says, I'm sad we didn't get Joker Sting. Considering the comments he's
He's
made
only
about...
got so many kids.
He had he's only got so many kids, and if you're going to pick two, that's the two you're going to pick. But also, like, the way he kind of talked about Impact Wrestling time, he was just like, yeah, that wasn't it, guys, in the press conference. So, that might be something for it. Did I say the Great American Bash 1990? I can't remember if I said that loud. Okay.
So we'd be remiss if we don't mention, Darby Allin trying to, kill himself by jumping off a ladder in the ring through a pane of glass
on chairs,
and like just a set of chairs,
Yeah.
on the floor.
Yeah.
He just went. Okay.
So many slow motion
this
angles
was
of
like,
that.
okay, this match, this main event match was as if one of my son's matches with his action figures came to life. This is exactly how my 14-year-old son would have booked this match. Just dudes diving off of stuff.
The funny thing is, earlier we were pre-gaming and we were playing AEW Fight Forever. Tatiana Facade were in here. We're having some fun and we're like, guys, we got to do a Sting tribute match. And then we're like, well, there's only 2 costumes for Sting. And then like Facade lets us know, no, you can customize everybody's costume and have different attires. So we had 4 Stings. One was wearing Christmas pajamas. So
That's awesome.
We didn't know that we were predicting the outcome of this match when we did that earlier in the evening. So, so exactly what you're talking about.
It was crazy, and it was just like, it's just
every time Sting no sells going through a table.
Yeah,
is just the best.
I'm just like waiting for him to. Yeah, just to like kick out at one on something. I'm just like, you're going to get it, Bucks. He's going to kick out of this thing and you're going to be screwed. You're going to be so dead.
This whole match was somebody check on CM Punk.
It's like somebody check on Sting and then like Sting was up and you're like, well, like it was it was cathartic, you know. It was just like we're all here to see Sting. We all want Sting to have a great match, and we want Sting, and you know, towards the end of the match, you're like, and I think we all like wanted Sting to win the last match. Like that comes with everything.
I don't care what happens with the tag titles.
The whole lead up to the match felt like they were like, we don't want you to think for a second that we're gonna let Sting lose this match. Like the Bucks are jerks. They don't deserve to win. They're not. You know, these guys are losers. They can't hang with Sting. Sting's gonna beat their ass, and he's gonna ride off into the sunset. And at the end of that match, it becomes apparent as he's fighting them 2-on-1 that he's gonna beat their asses all by himself. And we're just like, and the crowd's just like feeling like, you know, it's just it was just like ultimate like feel good, you know. And I can't, you know, it's hard to recall many like last matches where like, you know, the outgoing wrestler wins, you know, and that's like a big, you know, becomes a big deal. I keep thinking, like, I know when the first time Trish Stratus retired, she had a match with Lita on pay-per-view, which everyone presumed that Trish was going to lose. She did not. She won. Okay. And that was kind of like, wow, she won. That was great. Wow, it felt nice that she won. And this was like that on kind of just an even more like enormous scale because just, you know, all of those people, like you know, everyone was there, you know, to see Sting. And to see the last match, and like, it's just like, so well, you know, just so well set up. You know, you can't say enough about the Bucks. You know, they are perfect. They are great at these kinds of matches. There was no doubt that they were going to knock this out of the park. And
they were secondary.
And Sting
they were side characters.
They were just like tackling dummies.
Yeah,
you know, for this whole match, but they were perfect. They were just they are so good at it. You know. And they're like masters of, you know, tag team wrestling and pacing it and making it feel like it flows and making, you know, the little beats feel right, you know. So once Darby's out, then like Sting is back and Sting's by himself, you know, and that becomes such a dramatic thing that, you know, it's like, you know, it's Sting's last match. It's him by himself. He's fighting the Bucks. Oh my God, they hit the, you know, the EVP trigger, you know, and then he kicked out at one, and you're just like, they're gonna get it now, you know. So it brings back those childlike feelings, you know, those feelings of watching Sting when you're a kid, which is crazy to talk about because we all we watched Sting when we were kids, and now you know this was the last time we were in. You know, if you're like any of those other, you know, old, you know, farts who were in the arena in Greensboro, and you're like,
Magnum TA, Scotty Riggs.
And you're just like, I love Sting. I'm here for Sting. I want to feel like I felt as a kid watching Sting, and that's what they got. They got to feel like kids watching Sting again.
Man, and Magnum TA rolling this out. I think Magnum TA, there's somebody had a shot of like TA, Lex, and DDP coming in. And Lex is in a wheelchair, he's getting pushed. And Magnum TA looked like he was on a Segway of some sort. Did you see this?
Who?
I
Magnum TA was on a
swear
Segway?
it was like a Segway / wheelchair. I've never seen anything like it. It's set up higher. It was interesting.
Interesting. I don't know much about Magnum TA's current state, so I can't really speak to it. I didn't really see that, but it was awesome that he was there. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was there.
He got involved as a timekeeper.
He got walloped and just did this like classic like Steamboat like it's like this vintage Steamboat getting knocked over thing. I'm ready for another Steamboat match. Let's do another Steamboat match.
I said that when Cam was like, it looks like he's ready to go
Let's
again.
do another Steamboat match.
And Jericho's here, so we can just do this again.
Jericho can't keep up with Steamboat anymore.
No,
He's washed
no,
up.
no,
Yeah,
no,
we're gonna have to
no.
get Omega to hang with Steamboat.
Absolutely. Oh, jeez. No, it was fun. It made you appreciate what they're doing over there. And we're going to get it soon because they're going to be April for AEW Dynasty, apparently. So
yes.
So there you go.
Our pay-per-view.
Yes. So they are building them up, and you know what? I don't hate it. If they keep doing pay-per-views like this, keep going.
I felt like sometimes when they were running the more limited pay-per-view schedule that there was too much time between their pay-per-views sometimes, and we kind of get lost in the lull of things. I like the rhythm of every month or so. It feels all right. So. Yeah, I like where things are going. I mean,
Cole and McAfee with a straight up Sting shout out on commentary last week, by the way, on Raw, or last night on Raw.
Nice of them to acknowledge.
Yeah, so that was really nice. So.
Even nicer of AEW to do. So, props to them.
Absolutely.
Props to Tony Khan.
Thank you, Tony.
Props to Tony Khan for getting the Stinger. And giving the Stinger one last ride, and damn, was this a run? I mean, was there ever a misstep with the way they presented Sting? Never.
When he first showed up and started going through tables and jumping off like balconies and stuff, you're like, Sting, what the fuck are you doing right now? This isn't the Sting I remember, right?
The first time, he did one of those big dives in like one of the big I don't know, it's like a 6-man tag thing. Something on paper. He like jumps off a balcony. And you're just like, what is the hell is he doing? Don't do that. And then he was like, hey, I did that. I'm not dead. So let's just do this at every pay-per-view.
I would say this is the Terry Funk phase of Sting.
It was the Terry Funk.
It really was.
We got to retire Sting before he goes full Terry Funk.
You know how many people have never seen glass in wrestling?
Yeah.
Let alone that poor girl in the pink. Right there you go.
I'm one of them.
Right? And then that poor girl in the pink in the corner that definitely got showered by fucking glass in the corner.
I try not to think about them. It ruins my enjoyment.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't think about the collateral damage. I try not to think about it. Yeah. It's like saying I don't really, I love the Sandman's entrance, but, I just sometimes I'm concerned about the people who are getting wet. Whenever he's smashing the beer can over his head and splattering people.
Well, you get ready.
I'm like, you know what? You're just gonna have to learn. You can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs.
Well, you know what, Matt? You're gonna have to deal with that firsthand because you're gonna see the Sandman next week at RWA live streaming on IndyWrestling.us.
I'm bringing
on
my
YouTube
poncho.
and the network. Bring the poncho. I'm still trying to source IndyWrestling.us branded ponchos for ringside. We're still working on that. We'll see if we can get that in time. But you can check out that action, so much more. Was that your first time experiencing Tommy Dreamer behind the camera last month?
It might have been.
Had to have been, right?
It might have been.
Yeah. So
that was fun.
I love that you're re-experiencing ECW Legends in 2024.
Just one by one. We're going to go through
one
the whole
by
catalog.
One. Yeah. Who knows? Whoever's left is coming in, right?
Yeah. We're gonna get them all, man.
We had a Dudley a couple years ago, so
yeah.
No, go check out everything. IndyWrestling.us. A lot of great stuff happening there. 880 Wrestling every Thursday night free on so many platforms, including ours in Caffeine TV and everything like that. Prospect Pro Wrestling is on there from this last month. A great Walter Wright III memorial show that we're going to mention here in a moment, as well as RWA VCW's anniversary show just last month, which involved, we were talking about this, a handicap evening gown match that involved a mime, a pirate, and a mountain man. That's just a sentence I can say. That's real. That's real. It happened. like in West Virginia. So I mean, that just puts a button on everything, doesn't it? Right? I
That
mean,
explains a lot.
yes, I see why you.
Yeah.
I see why you want to wrestle in West Virginia. It's fucking wild.
It's wild and wonderful.
Yeah, and that wasn't even the big match. Yeah, we had a Monsters Ball with 9 people. They didn't even give me all the names. What the fuck is a Kung Fu Kurt? And then this is a match that had Super Oprah and Congo Kong. Weren't even the most important people in the match. 2 cage matches, war games. Holy shit. It's nuts, and it's all at IndyWrestling.us. Go see the mayhem there. Like we said, involved in a lot of that, you can see a lot of the history of one Julian Jay here in the Mayhem studio, Sorgatron Media Studio for Mayhem. That's more appropriate. For the first time, Julian. I guess we were talking before. You started in 21. You're just a few years in the game here. God, I feel like you've been around longer. I don't know how.
It feels like it.
I feel like probably feels
Yeah.
longer for you, right?
Yeah.
But first of all, I know you as this young kid that came into wrestling and was a rugby player.
Yep.
Julian, what happened to the football?
The football.
What happened to the football?
The
Is it called a
rugby ball?
football? The rugby ball. I don't know. Is it a football?
No, it's not a football. It's a rugby ball.
Educate me on rugby. You had a rugby ball.
Yes.
You used it in the
I
match.
had a rugby
I
ball.
think you used it in your finisher, if
Yes.
I recall.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true. Yeah.
There's a lot of rugby players in wrestling.
Is there?
Again, I swear I had this conversation with you. Was there another rugby player we talked to on the show? Why am I crossing my things? What happened to the rugby ball?
That's still chilling.
Still chilling?
It's still chilling. Yeah, I still have it. Yeah.
You don't need the ball because you have a tag team partner now? Is that what's up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it an emotional support ball?
It was indeed
Okay.
an emotional support ball.
Okay.
Yeah, it might come back out. I don't know when, but you never
Okay.
know.
Have you now you're in the Brotherhood. Mike Bonner and I'm sorry, I forget the third guy. I've only seen him a couple times. RJ
Booker,
RJ's
yes.
his name. Yes.
Can't forget RJ, man. Come on.
Listen, it gets weird on Thursday nights. So have you talked them into playing rugby? Do you take them to the rugby bar?
Well, actually, yes.
Okay.
Indeed. Well, actually, I think RJ actually played rugby.
And that's the connection.
So there
you go. And that's how the Brotherhood was formed. On the grass fields of I don't know where rugby's played.
It's called a pitch.
A pitch.
Yes.
On the
It's
pitch.
not called a rugby field. It is called a rugby
I feel like I
pitch.
should say that with an accent.
How would you say it with an accent?
I'm not going to try.
Yeah, Sorg, how would you say it?
He talks into his
Give it a try.
No. I haven't watched nearly enough Ted Lasso. I know that's a different game. I'm aware of that. But
Soccer.
yes, it is soccer, but it's also a pitch, right?
Yes.
Listen, we all went on the
technically.
journey with Ted Lasso about understanding this game versus football. So there's that too. We have to ask you. I mentioned the 2PW. You're part of the Walter White the Third Memorial Show, which is a lot of 4-way matches, anarchy, if you will. And you've aligned yourself with one Lebanon Don, who we've had here on the show. I think didn't he bribe his way into Mayhem Mania for a move?
I think Chad the Shad let that
Yeah,
happen.
he let that happen. That was when Chad ran
That
the
would
show.
never have happened on my watch.
Yeah,
I cannot be
So
bought.
we felt you cannot be bought?
No.
All right, we're going to have to invite
Certainly
Lebanon
not by
Don
the
back.
Lebanon Don. He doesn't have enough money for me.
I don't know about that.
Well, Lebanon Don, if you would like to attempt to bribe me, then please feel free. I will accept your bribe. And then decide if I'll do what you want me to do.
We'll send you the Venmo.
Venmo.
Venmo me at.
Be on the unmarked non-sequential bills. Thank you very much.
There you go. So you were part of the crew that laid out Mama and Papa Judo.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw this, Matt.
Oh, I heard.
You heard about this? And there was a sequence of events that I found really appalling. And no, it's not the part where Mama Judo got spine busted.
that was great.
Took it like a champ. I have more concerns about the part where Beastman was eating the recently cut facial hair of Papa Judo. So I have questions for you. One, did he share?
He indeed did share.
He did share?
He did share, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll ask you the more important question. What did Papa Judo taste like?
How do you think he tastes like?
Off the top of my head, I feel like beer and corn chips.
Beer and corn chips.
Yeah,
You'd be
yeah.
absolutely correct. Actually.
Yeah.
with
Okay.
with,
all right.
With a little bit of like venison maybe, and a little bit of iron
yeah,
ore.
I see that.
Yeah, like there was iron ore in there too.
Iron
yeah.
ore.
Yeah.
Iron
yeah.
ore.
From
Okay.
It's a
Fine.
complete like
Yeah.
like the cereal. They
Was
put a
it-
little bit
wait,
of extra iron in there.
What
for-
was he like a Dungeons and Dragons loot crate? What the hell?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
His I think he got a new haircut, by the way. Like his beard looks great, right?
New beer cut. Yeah.
Yeah,
No. We
yeah.
did see it the next night at RWA. He was a little limpy, but still getting around. So I appreciated that to see him moving after that.
You're
'cause-
welcome. Like that's what we do in Lebanon Dawn Enterprises. We make ugly people.
That was a
better.
makeover. Are you?
You know what? Sometimes when you've had the same look for too long, it can be a little bit hard to change things up. Sometimes you need a little push, to kind of freshen up your look.
Well, they
and
got
do
more
it.
than
You
a
got
push.
you got a little
Yeah.
push, right?
It was that was an evasive. Ah man, I can't think of the word right now.
Intervention.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
An intervention.
Yes,
an
an invasive intervention.
I don't
Yes,
think those words go
An
together like you think
invasive
they do.
intervention.
they go together.
Okay.
Because I say
Now.
to you,
Yeah.
Show title: Evasive Intervention. Damn it. So, damn it. Matt, what do you got? I just need a second on that one.
How does rugby make you a better wrestler?
Ah,
How's that?
do you know anything about rugby?
I
Have you ever
know
seen
very
it?
little. I
Alright.
sometimes watch it when it's on in the middle of the night
All right.
on the random sports
in,
channels.
in
where they run.
Australia.
Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm watching Australian rules football or rugby.
Also interesting.
Does that bother you that people might get those two mixed up?
No, they're similar.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
Yeah.
However, to answer your original question, rugby is known as a hooligans game played by gentlemen, right?
And you are the hooligan, Julian
Yeah, I
Jay.
am the hooligan, yes.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, I tackle people.
Mhm.
I run with the ball. Sometimes I get in a few fights. Actually, I get in a lot of fights. So does that sound familiar at all?
It does.
Yeah.
You're far from the first rugby player to transition into pro wrestling. I see this kind of thing a lot.
Yes,
I've
familiar.
seen more than a few rugby stars kind of like get gobbled up by NXT on a couple occasions here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely there's a
yeah,
little bit of a pipeline.
NXT
It's
loves
actually
rugby.
unexplored,
Honestly, you were already talking about
rugby,
one
yeah.
earlier today too.
Which one?
Yeah, Claudio.
Claudio.
Yeah. Remember his first gimmick in WWE? They really leaned into that, didn't they?
That was a good one.
Right.
Didn't he also have a ball?
I don't remember him
like-
coming out with a
Like
ball.
maybe
I remember
NXT he may have.
maybe, but I know he had specific type of like tape that like if
the
you know
upper
anything,
upper
yeah.
thigh thing or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
There
'cause
was supposed to be like lifting blocks.
lifting blocks.
Yeah, you're not familiar with that.
No.
It's okay.
Do I look athletic to you?
I don't know.
No. Thank you.
Maybe. I don't
Thank
know.
you.
I don't know what you do in your spare time.
I well. So how does that work? Explain to me
lifting
lifting
blocks?
blocks. Yeah.
So like
This
it
is an
comes out. Have you
educational
ever
show.
seen a line out in rugby? A line out?
You're
familiar with
presuming
that?
I've seen rugby.
I don't know. Like it's a very niche thing. Sometimes you
yes.
do.
Yes.
Sorg, settle down, man.
Yeah.
You're getting them upset.
Yeah.
So off of a line out,
I'm here
which
to
is
learn.
when the ball goes out of bounds, they put it back into bounds.
Yes.
They didn't have to throw it over their heads into
Okay,
line
yeah,
outs.
yeah.
People lift them up
Okay.
into the air. That's what those lifting blocks are for. They're usually put on.
Oh, the feet go
thighs.
there. Oh.
The hands go there.
The hands go there.
Yeah.
Wait, so we
Oh, the hands
like,
of the person.
like this?
So the person
Are they
being
pushing
lifted.
up?
That's where the
Oh, okay,
hands
yeah, yeah, yeah.
are,
Yes.
and they put.
Oh, that's
and they
good.
push 'em up.
So you don't slip.
Okay.
They don't slip. Yeah.
They don't slip. Yeah, that's very
Oh.
clever. Okay,
I feel like cheerleaders should have that,
interesting.
Probably will help.
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
We'll have to ask the AL about that.
So are you comparing cheerleading to rugby?
Well, there's a
Mm.
lifting component, just a component of it. I mean, rugby. The rugby player.
Lifting's
listen,
like
Yeah,
like 1% of rugby is lifting. Like the other half is like killing each
Yes.
other. So
That's what. So
Something
wait,
like that.
You're missing like 59 or 49%.
Don't ask me to math this.
Yes, exactly.
I'm learning about this just like you.
We're all new to this here. So no. Obviously, the players in rugby are much more lovely than the cheerleaders.
Definitely.
Yes.
So do you think like rugby is like on the rise, or is it just kind of like there, especially when it comes to like here in the United States? Is it like you think more people are picking it up, or is it just kind of like this niche thing that's going to remain a niche thing?
Well, it's very big, especially around here in Pittsburgh.
Right.
However, I thought this was a wrestling podcast.
I don't know. It's just like
Well, we're getting
I'll
the
ask you a
core. We're getting
I'll
the
ask you a
core
wrestling
of this.
question first, but I felt like you enjoyed talking about rugby, so I thought I'd ask you about rugby. Okay, all right. Let's ask you about wrestling. What's So you're in a tag team, right?
Yes.
All right. So what kind of do you specifically study any other tag teams specifically?
You seemed excited about that
when it
Doomsday
comes
device stuff we were
to,
talking about earlier.
When it comes to kind of like just studying tape. Are you studying tape on any specific tag teams to perhaps improve your game in the ring?
Yeah.
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 Who are you watching?
Who
you studying?
So whenever we first got together, we were looking at I was watching a lot of Harlem Heat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you get that influence in our wrestling.
I see it.
A lot of the heavy hitters, the Hart Foundation, the Steiners,
Mm-hmm.
the Road Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now we're kind of studying Los Guerreros.
Mm-hmm.
Not the fact that we want to try to be lucha
Yeah.
or anything. It's just like how they work together. Like some of that stuff.
Some of the cheating.
You
It's okay, you
implying
can
that
say
we
it.
cheat?
I mean, cheating is a delicate art, wouldn't you say? The art of misdirection and deception.
I mean,
How's that been going for you?
This is not cheating. What? So you're
Can't always
implying that
just
we're cheating.
you can't always just beat up the parents of the person you don't like. Sometimes you got to be a little more subtle with it.
Yeah, and I believe you guys were in an incident with one of our videographers too.
Who'd you hurt?
Who?
I think one Emily D. I think was with you guys, right?
Oh, well,
that-
in that match, yeah.
Yeah.
You had that match against the Gambinos. I
Yeah,
was
you
there.
took my videographer away from me and assaulted her. Got a little bone to pick with you about that one.
I think she got back at you, didn't she?
Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Well, okay, all right. No justice for Emily D. Anything you want to say about that? No.
Let's move on.
No. You attacked one of my
Don't
employees.
you think, like, getting
No?
into the ring with a team that's been around as long as the Gambinos, that probably, makes you better, makes you and your teammate better in the long run. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't think it was ever anything like we have a lot of respect for the Gambinos.
Mm-hmm.
We still do after that battle.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing though. It's just like, hey, why don't you give some of your, stank, if you will, a little bit of respect to the young up and comers.
Mhm.
Okay.
What we were, and
Mhm.
we didn't feel that they did that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's why we did what we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I said? Let's move on from Emily. I'll say this. Emily D stuck her nose into business that had nothing to do with her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Mhm.
going to say on that. Whatever happened. But that's all I'm going to say about that.
I mean, when you're young and when you're up and coming, sometimes it's hard to know. You want to be respectful, but you also want to push and get what's yours, right? You want to be aggressive. You want to show initiative, but you also clearly you want to be respectful at the same time. So you got to kind of find the line.
Yeah,
between
no,
the
we
two.
tried that route, and you look where it got us.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it does end up this way.
Mm.
But I always prefer, the cheating way, I think that's a good route, especially when you're younger,
Are these the conversations you have with your son?
What? No. maybe when he's older, I'll encourage him to cheat more. But
Okay.
Again, he's implying that the Brotherhood cheats.
No, I wouldn't
Is that,
say
is,
that.
yeah,
I was
is,
just,
I'm
being
kind
like,
of with Sword here.
I'm
Is that
kinda
the
like
conversations
cheating
you're
is
having
like
with your
kinda
child?
cheating is kind of like a catch-all term. I'm more thinking like gamesmanship. You know about. All right. If you're in a rugby game, all right. If you're in a rugby game and maybe someone's like, and I don't want to, maybe if you're like, someone's gonna go for the ball, but you're gonna like kind of get him by the shirt and you're gonna be like, can you give him a little jerk, Now, technically that's, probably against the rules.
It's
I don't
not
know,
cheating.
but it's not really cheating.
It's not cheating. That's in the rule. Like, that's fine. It's a tackle.
It's gamesmanship. It might be, someone who, might have a stick up their butt might be like, that's cheating. But like, you would be like, that's just, gamesmanship, right?
I'm pretty sure you can grab on their jersey. It's
Yeah.
kind of a cheap way
Yeah.
to tackle somebody, but like it's
cheap.
still a tackle.
So some would look down on that, but
It's
that's
not.
just the way
It's
the
not
game is
against
played.
the rules.
Yeah.
No, it's not against the rules.
So are you got anything?
No, I just want to see where this is going with you.
I'm just trying to have a conversation.
See,
I
but
think
you see that comparison.
Yeah.
That's not against the rules.
Yeah.
Again, you're
that's what I'm
implying that the
saying.
Brotherhood cheats. We don't
Well,
cheat.
I said cheating was probably a poor choice of word. I
No,
meant
maybe
more
you
like
shouldn't have
gamesmanship.
conversations with your son about cheating. That's poor
I
parent.
haven't had any conversations about what. Well, let's
That's
not
poor
discuss-
parenting.
Let's not point out my poor parenting right now. Like, there's no need to bring that to light. My wife is around here somewhere. She might even be in the chat. She'll probably vouch for my excellent parenting.
Do you know where your son is right now?
95%.
do we?
95% chance he's on the PS5 right now.
Is your son in the same place that Chris LeRusso is?
Maybe you should ask Chris LeRusso.
Trained by Chris LeRusso.
I wonder what Chris LeRusso. What's the most important thing you learned from Chris LeRusso?
All of it.
What? Surely there must be something specific
Did you
that
teach-
perhaps
did-
all of us could benefit from, some life lesson that he shared.
Or did you teach Chris LeRusso about rugby?
Well, I probably did do that.
Okay.
But actually, honestly, I think it was his idea for me to go with the rugby guy.
Go with what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, we said.
Makes sense.
I like it.
He said me
Yeah.
sound Jay.
Sticks
do it.
out. It sticks out.
That's what
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We all learned what a hooligan is.
No.
I'm
No comment?
It's like, I feel like I'm kind of like the more I talk, the deeper my hole is getting.
Yeah, that's why I'm
it's
letting
like-
you go.
I feel like I'm just gonna stop. I feel like we started in a really good place. We were having a lot of fun. We were chatting it up, and then like Sword kind of like stopped talking and just kind of let me go. And now like the energy is changing, and I want to get back to a happy place. I just want to keep stay in your good graces just long enough for you to play Mayhem Mania, and then
That
we
sounds
can
good.
go back, and then we can heighten the tension a little bit more. What do you say about that?
Sure.
Great.
That sounds like a great transition, Matt. Thank you so much.
You're
for that.
welcome.
There you go. Guys, we're going to get to Mayhem Mania. I'm going to get all that figured out. You guys are going to see some clips, or you're going to hear a voice that sounds like a Dutters that tells you that we do other things here in Surgatron Media Studios. We'll be right back after this with Julian Jay and Mayhem Mania.
Years in the game. So, Eddie combined over 50 years of experience. The entire audience is a splash zone team, and now use the fan. The lassoer of Lynn.
Pondo's got that chair.
Pondo. Superplex. Good Lord!
There's the stop sign.
Oh! Then we got fire! We got fire! Season. Beastman being taken down with the chain. Raising their hands again. There is a reason. The horror continues. Anymore. This is just the name of sickness.
Thankfully, the Beastman able to have some sort of reprieve.
Around. Don't miss a moment. We'll be back in just a little bit. Look who has returned.
And as exuberant as the pastor is, he is going to be inside the ring ropes with a very dangerous man.
Pastor CeeLo with the collection plate out, always taking a few donations over Patrick Hayes. And he has
that's
been
what
attacked.
I'm talking about right there. Remy LeVay
Looking to put a lot of doubts to rest about his mental state. And the Origin can take that position going into 2024. About Remy LeVay or the Origin.
He got caught, and Remy made him pay.
On the one hand, it's great to have
else. He can't go 0-2.
Promotion like Remy LeVay has. There's no way that Remy LeVay is at a...
CeeLo avoids the contact again here.
Backpack stunner. And if there were doubts, they have been answered. For the Origin, forced to defend their titles. They have been the targets of this group.
He has been considered a pro wrestling prodigy.
Victory, but also, we alluded to it before, but Keith Hott make the most of them. Here's the running of the Bearcats. Improving it, knocking down. It's a bit of a 3-on-1 situation.
And especially with the stakes that we have.
At the boot of Keith Hott. Of a small bear contest of road to victory 2023. It's the Bearcat made of sturdy stuff. This Michael Enrico forced to go on defense. Maybe a battle of cardiovascular.
Up in the muscles without that oxygen. Could be going for a home run swing, but again, we're seeing that numbers game.
One more time, and this match is over.
The Bearcat is getting mugged.
And Jamie and Jameson and together against the machinations of David Lawless.
In the game. So, Eddie
combined over 50 years of experience. The entire audience is a splash zone team, and now use the fan. The lassoer of Lynn.
Pondo's got that chair.
Pondo. Superplex. Good Lord!
There's the stop sign.
Oh! Then we got fire! We got on fire. Season, Beastman being taken down with the chain. Raising their hands again. There is a reason. The horror continues. Anymore. This is just the name of sickness.
Thankfully, the Beastman able to have some sort of reprieve.
Around. Don't miss a moment. We'll be back in just a little bit. Look who has returned.
And as exuberant as the pastor is, he is going to be inside the ring ropes with a very dangerous man.
Pastor CeeLo with the collection plate out, always taking a few donations over Patrick Hayes. And he has
that's
been
what
attacked.
I'm talking about right there. Remy LeVay
Looking to put a lot of doubts to rest about his mental state. And the Origin can take that position going into 2024. About Remy LeVay or the Origin.
He got caught, and Remy made him pay.
On the one hand, it's great to have
else. He can't go 0-2.
promotion like Remy LeVay has. There's no way that...
We are back, Wrestling Mayhem Show. And it is time for... What time is it?
Take a look.
That's right, Mayhem Mania. And presiding over Mayhem Mania is Mainstream Matt.
Well, you know, it's only fair. We had like more people than we knew what to do with last week, so it's only fair that this week we could barely find anyone to play. But that's okay. Whoever's here is going to play, and we're going to have a good old time here with Sorg and my new best friend, Julian Jay.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Damn right. All right. Don't worry, Julian. I know you're nervous. It's your first time playing Mayhem Mania. Don't worry. I will explain the rules to you as I would a child.
Excuse me?
Yes.
He says that every week. That is not
no,
for
it's
tonight.
my catchphrase.
Yeah, that's what he always
Don't
says.
worry about
That's
that.
not specific.
It's not directed at you. It's just general nonsense. This is Mayhem Mania. It's kind of a competitive thought experiment. The goal is to create the best WrestleMania card possible, not necessarily to predict what's going to be coming from WWE, but to create the optimum WrestleMania card that is possible under the current conditions in our reality in which we live right now. So anyone who's injured right now is injured. Anyone who's in jail right now is in jail. Anyone who is actually available to WWE to use is available to you to use. So if they're under contract, obviously, but also people who are kind of in the orbit of the company are also, you know, there's a gray area to explore if you feel like exploring it. So you can, you know, you kind of explore those boundaries. Think of it as you are, let's see, who is the most powerful person in WWE right
The Rock.
now? You are The Rock with unlimited resources and zero self-control. So we are going to do it big. Now, I do... Who's
it was funnier when we used to say Vince McMahon, which means you're basically Vince McMahon.
When it was
but now it's
bad.
not funny anymore.
Yeah,
No, it isn't
yeah.
funny because it's too real
I
now.
need something different.
I
now.
need something different.
yes.
We're gonna have to come up with a new catchphrase. But we'll workshop that.
Yes, it's always next year.
Now I said that you know anybody in WWE or around WWE is available to you, and this is true, except it's not. A certain amount of people are not are off limits to our players because they, through certain, I don't even know how it happens, but it just sometimes happens that certain individuals are locked away in a place that we lovingly refer to as Space Jail, presented by Slim Jim. So here is who is in Space Jail at this time. We have, let's see who's in there. Logan Paul, he's out actually. Pat McAfee, cell number 15. Mordecai is in cell number 10, and Jade Cargill is in cell number 2. Logan Paul was in Space Jail, but he broke out of Space Jail. And Jerry the King Lawler was in Space Jail too, and he also broke out. And do you want to know how they escaped from Space Jail?
How?
This handy dandy prize wheel that you're going to give a spin in a little bit, but we cannot do that just yet because we're going to add to Space Jail tonight.
Oh, are we?
Because part of the fun of the game is seeing if anyone will tamper with the matches that are created. So when a match survives 3 rounds without being changed in any way, it graduates to our kind of super card, and then whoever created it, they get we bring them back, and they create a new match, and they get to hand out some punishment to one of our players, and we also let them send someone to Space Jail, a little reward for them for creating such a great match. So far 2 matches have graduated to the super card. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor somehow graduated, and that was created by Brandon and KC. Good job, Brandon. And also, this is our latest match to graduate. Thea Hale versus Nikki Cross, created by DP. And Sorg, should we run through the whole card, or should we bring in DP first?
DP is here.
Let's bring in DP. DP, congratulations on your match.
Thank you.
I believe in our conversation, you informed me this is not the first time you've had a match of yours graduate.
No, I believe I had one other time it graduated. 5 or 6 years ago.
5 or 6 years ago.
It has been quite a time.
That's one hell of a drought. All right.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, DP. You're back on top. And this was obviously a great match. So we're happy to see that Thea and Nikki are going to be on the card. Now, let's get down to business. Are we going to do these now, Sorg?
Oh, wait. What are we doing? What are we doing now?
No. That would be a good thing. That would be a good thing because I want to double check.
All right, let's double check. All right, so DP, in a moment, you're going to create a new match that will fill up this 8th and final spot on our undercard, so to speak, and then we'll send someone to Space Jail, and then we'll decide who's going to get the punishment tonight, and then we will start having some fun. But first, let's go through the undercard, as it stands right now. Rhea Ripley versus Chelsea Green, created by Katie Arquette. Thea Hale versus Nikki Cross. That graduated. Congratulations.
That graduated.
That did, yep. What else we got here? Bianca Belair versus Julius Creed, created by the anonymous Mayhem Mania general manager. They're very shy. King Corbin versus Braun Breaker, created by Doc Remedy and Mayhem Missy. They have joint custody of that match. Joaquin Wilde versus Ricochet, created by Sorgatron. Bobby Roode versus R-Truth, created by Alex Cars.
Now let's get weird.
Cody Rhodes and his dog Pharaoh versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus Ava and, yes, CM Punk's dog Larry, created by The Riz.
That's all their happy faces, by the way.
That's a great graphic of Pharaoh, by the way. That's the Alamo. Yeah, it's great. Oh, yes, and this one. DIY versus Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser versus Tyler Bate and Pete Dune versus Becky Lynch and Brutus Creed, don't ask, versus Candice LeRae and Seth Rollins, don't ask about that one either, versus Dexter Lumis and Indy Hartwell, created by DJ Lunchbox. It stands as a monument to past Mayhemers, Sorgi. And that's it, right? We got to get one more match to make it a nice even 8. DP,
yes.
Would you care to create a match. Actually, I don't care if you care. Just do it.
I'll do it then.
Let's do it.
I'll do it. Now, I'm going to use a legal phrase, stare decisis, which means precedent. So, you have allowed a match similar to the one I'm proposing here.
Oh my God.
Therefore, my match I'm proposing should also be allowed because it's following the same guidelines as a match you put in earlier. And I'm balancing out the scales, if you will. So, it's a 3-way tag match. Natty and Two Paws facing Drew and Chaz, facing Zelina Vega and Team Palmetto. She can select any of the 10 cats they have.
Ah, fuck you on the graphics, though.
Let me scroll this down again here. All right, Natty, Natalia.
What abomination am I going to make with ChatGPT with this match?
Two Paws versus Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre and his cat Chaz.
Chaz. Is that a Z?
The one that was
Chaz?
brushing teeth with it on Instagram last week? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Versus Zelina
Vega.
Well,
and what's the name of her cat?
Well, she has 10 cats altogether.
Team Potamo.
So, yeah, Potamo.
I'm not putting-
Tomato.
I'm picking a cat. I'm picking a cat.
Tomato.
And Potter, if I pick a cat and find out its name, that's the one you're stuck with.
No problem. Understood.
A cat to be named.
We'll see. Wait till I see the names.
Well, all right.
You feel good? You feel good about yourself, Matt? Back to basics this season.
Back to basics. Back to the arc for all these
We've been doing
animals.
this for like 10 years.
And we've never had this many animals. All right, DP. Surely there must be some human or animal you would like to send to space jail.
Well, yes, I'm going to send the hardened criminal himself. The man. Dirty Dom.
Dominic is going to space jail. Pick a cell number for Dirty Dom. A number between 1 and 24.
Go 24.
Okay. He gets Jerry Lawler's old cell. That's nice.
Man, what does that smell like?
Poetic. All right. DP, now, I neglected to do this when Brandon's match graduated, and I have convinced myself that the reason I neglected to do it is because Brandon was not here in person, so I will justify it that way. And tonight we will hand out some punishment to one of our players, and let's see, let's keep it simple. It is back to basics. DP, the punishment this week is that the individual that you designate for the punishment must use a member of the NXT roster in their move. NXT roster being determined by the official WWE website if it comes to that, and we have to fight over it, over whether they're on the NXT roster.
Okay. So I will give this...
Tonight's players, let's see. We're going to have, Julian Jay is going to play, and the anonymous Mayhem Mania general manager is going to play, and Tina is going to play. Sorg, if we found Eamon.
Eamon, are you out there? No.
We're going to see if we can find Eamon. We might have to
Okay,
drag
let me give it to the anonymous general manager.
The anonymous Mayhem Mania general manager will get the punishment. He must. They must punish. They must book a NXT member of the NXT roster in their match. So that will be exciting, won't it, DP?
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. Excitement.
Excitement. But first, before we proceed, we must see if we can help someone escape from space jail. Julian, you have the big prize wheel there. We know that the numbers for the individuals in space jail is Pat McAfee is number 15, Mordecai is number 10, Jade Cargill is number 2, and Dominic Mysterio is in cell number 24. So if you would not mind to bring the prize wheel up in front of you so we can see it on camera and give the wheel a big old spin. Wheel of Space Jail. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. What number is that? 6?
6.
All right. No one is in cell 6, so happily, everyone who is in Space Jail remains in Space Jail. And excellent spin. Good job. We can put this away. Okay, we will now... It's getting crowded over here. We got lots of props. It's a big prop week.
A lot of cardboard back there.
A lot of cardboard.
Hey, Matt,
Brandon
before we move
KC is volunteering himself to play. And Brandon, I accept your volunteering. And you can, you know where to message me. So just message me and you can go after the Mayhem Mania general manager here. Yeah, go ahead, DP.
That's why I wanted to point out was just in chat. I didn't know if you were active to see that Brandon did mention that.
Yes, that's excellent. So we will make use of Brandon, and so we can get our 5 players in here, and we will see. Okay, it looks like we're going to try to make contact. Now I said I was going to use a Ouija board to try to contact the anonymous Mayhem Mania general manager, but I haven't been able to. I haven't found my Ouija board. I think it's under my basement steps, behind the safe in which I keep the robust, voluminous, the volumes of the Mayhem Mania rulebook underneath my basement steps, and I think it's behind my safe, so I couldn't find it. So we're going to use this Bailey doll to conjure the... the Mayhem Mania general manager. Don't try to speak to me. Yes. Okay. Here we go. I think we're ready.
Squeeze it. Squeeze it.
Hug like a champ.
That's right.
There you go.
Did somebody say hug? Okay. I think it's working. A prepared statement, I believe we have received from the anonymous Mayhem Mania general manager. An absolute travesty has been allowed to happen, as this multi-man match has been allowed to grow unfettered. And with all defense and love to the illustrious DJ Lunchbox, but I must strike this match from the record. This is a long ass. There's a lot of setup. Okay.
Gotta keep the voice.
In its place will be the return of one of the most beloved factions of all time against one of the most up-and-coming factions in the modern era. The new match I will be making will be Metaphor, parentheses, Noam Dar, Oro Mensah, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson versus The Core, parentheses, Wade Barrett, Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, and the last ECW champion, Ezekiel Jackson. Did somebody say hug? There you go. You got it. Here, you gotta hold on to that for a second there. Get that.
Now you made me hit the camera too.
God, this is fun. Okay, all right, I gotta scribble this down. Sorg, I believe Brandon and KC wants to play. We're gonna see what we have to do. Brandon, you're in.
What are we channeling Brandon through?
I don't know. I only had one doll. Brandon, you're just going to have to text it to me. I can't communicate you through the great beyond. All right. Metaphor. We're bringing a lot of people out of retirement for this one. Versus The Core. That's a nice one by the
Are we allowed with the Heath?
What? Yeah, the Heath is fine. Yeah, the Heath is fine.
But he's in Impact.
No, is he?
No, he's not. His contract expired in October.
You see, you work in the gray areas there. See how easy that is. All right, let's see if we can find Brandon here. What do I need to do, Brandon? You just need to make a move.
It says, can I see a card?
Just make a move.
We'll
I'll hold up
review
the
real
card.
quick. We'll review
I'll
quick.
hold
quick.
up
We
the
got
card.
Rhea and Chelsea.
No. Just go back to me. Go back to me. Come back to me.
This is more
come back
fun
to
this
me.
way.
No, this is more fun.
Yeah.
This is more fun.
This is-
Pizza boxes are more fun. Remember, everybody, to get your slice on Broadway.
Are you saying words right now?
You can play the Mayhem Mania home game. Just rip off the lid and enjoy. So, Julian, this is a good chance for me to explain to you kind of the move options that you have.
And that's
now,
our ad right now, by the way.
You can take a match in its entirety and just kill it and just create a new match with entirely new people. You can just swap out an individual or even an individual team and bring in a new team or a new individual. You could take one person out of a team, bring another person in to, create a new tag team partner. You can do it like that. You can actually add an individual or a team to a match. You could make, Bobby Roode versus R-Truth, Bobby Roode versus R-Truth versus, a third person. Does that cover everything, Sorg? You can you can swap in the card too, so you could swap Bobby Roode with Ricochet if you wanted to. And I no doubt understand that you are a very talented young up and coming wrestler, but as we ask all of our wrestlers who come on the show, I must politely request that you not book yourself. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, sweet. All right, Brandon in KC, I believe, has seen the card, so we're going to see if he gives us a move here. Brandon, any second now. Feel free. Hit me up. Come on, let's go. Or else I'm just going to have to kill some time. Oh, yeah.
Hey, bestie. I'll show
Go ahead and take this from you.
Okay.
You've had too much of it.
Yeah, definitely too much.
Matt, it's in chat now.
It's in
It's
chat.
in the Facebook chat.
Excellent.
In the Facebook chat.
Oh, in the chat. Okay.
You want me to translate it?
Yeah. Go ahead. It's more
All
fun
right,
that
he
way.
wants to erase. Do I need to make a voice? He wants to erase Creed versus Bianca
Oh.
and make Kevin Owens versus Pete Dunne.
He can't do. Oh, yes, he can. Okay, good job, Brandon. KO versus Pete Dunne.
Right?
That would be a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Brandon. BR. Yeah, like it's an element. Okay. All right. Enough random disembodied voices. Let's get Tina. Tina.
Yes.
Hi, Tina.
Hi.
How's Seattle?
It's fine.
Yeah. Peanuts. It's time for you to make a move. Would you like to make a move, a change, or perhaps an improvement to this card?
We've had our fun with the chat GPT.
Yes, we have had some fun.
Time to get back to basics.
Oh, we talk
Time to
about
get
we
back
talk about
to basics,
this one right here.
baby. We've had some fun.
You have a problem with my CM Punk dog?
I'm glad you actually put that up, first
Okay.
of all.
Okay. One last look.
Time to get back to basics.
Okay.
Time to make Mayhem Mania marquee matches.
That's right. We need a main event.
So go ahead and take out that three-way tag match that you just put up there.
Okay.
Our favorite
All
one.
of it.
All right.
All right. Yeah, we have another animal match, so that works out.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
The marquee says itself. The American Nightmare versus him. Cody Rhodes versus Carmelo Hayes.
Cardi versus Carmelo.
Nice.
I mean, I can see it as meeting next year.
At this rate. Matt, I should point out there's some hurt feelings in the chat room right now. All caps.
Let's see what's going on.
I do not
here.
suggest speaking it through the doll.
I will never graduate another match this year. I swear
Don't
to
do it.
Oh,
Which was
man,
about to graduate?
no,
Creed
no.
Bianca was about to graduate.
Man, might have been close. I don't know how close it was.
Yeah.
Have we found Eamon yet? Any sign of Eamon?
Let me check.
We got to give Eamon a chance. We give everyone a chance under the stipulations of the Alex Cars rule. Julie, the Alex Cars rule is really quite simple. If you make a change to the card and then your new match that you created doesn't survive the round without, doesn't survive to the end of the round because someone else got offended and just killed it already, then you automatically get invited back next week. Sometimes people decline the invitation, but we'll see. Sorg's trying to raise one.
We got an update. We got an update from the chat room. Kansas City has made a powerful enemy.
Kansas City has made a powerful enemy. Yes, indeed.
It's okay. They got Taylor Swift on her side.
That's true.
She will defend them.
All right. Well, if we can't find Eamon, Sorg, we're gonna have to bring you in.
Me?
Yeah, you're gonna have to make.
Am I the last one? No.
No, Julian's gonna go last.
Okay.
And he's seeing how simple and easy
All
it
right,
is
what we're
to
looking
do
at.
this.
What are we looking at here? Okay, we got this.
Wait a second. There was a point of order in my in the match that I had just made.
Wait a second
and,
here. What's going on here? Wait.
The
Hold on,
AGM was right.
Where's Bailey? Where's the Bailey doll? I need to consult the. You know what? He's right. He's right.
He's right.
The chat's right. Tina, you can't book Cody because Cody was in the existing match that you killed.
Okay, no worries.
No worries. Carmella is the
Hey, Dave,
important part anyway.
Hey, Dave, what are you doing next week?
What, you going to leave this match here?
I'm assuming that I will be on this show next week from the sound of it.
Are we undeleting a match? Is that what's happening?
Yes, we are. Oh, shit. Wait, hold on.
No, you still can't use Cody. Will be used up in the match, though.
No, not Cody.
Another week, another Mayhem Mania constitutional crisis.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I imagine Drew was the problem?
No, Drew wasn't the problem.
Okay.
The problem is the cats.
Drew versus somebody would be a marquee match also.
No, I wasn't thinking about Drew.
Okay.
I was thinking Zelina, but damn it.
This is where it goes off the rails. This is where it goes off the rails.
No, this is where it goes off the rails. Not me adding 3 cats. This is where it goes off the rails.
It's hard. It's basically
okay, actually,
it's off.
You know what?
Fully off the rails.
You know what we'll go ahead and do?
Yeah.
Go ahead and take off the original match, like I said before.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Roxanne Perez.
Wait. Okay. Go on.
Versus AJ Lee.
Okay. I'll take
freshly heel Roxanne Perez.
Wait, she turned heel?
Oh yeah.
Tonight.
Oh well, she's been pretty much on the road.
No, she went heel.
Yeah.
Rock spot.
Yeah, like separated shoulder to somebody.
Oof. Oh, that's exciting. How lovely. Okay. That'll work. Okay. Tina, I'm sorry about Cody versus Carmella. Maybe next week. Let's see.
No, that's okay. I've got other chances. It's all good.
Let's see. What do we now? Any sign of Eamon?
No.
Okay, Sorgi, you're up.
I'm up. Okay, let me look at this real quick. I'm going to put the timer on the clock.
90 seconds on the clock.
90 seconds on the clock. Where's that timer at? There
Everyone's
it is.
been
Boom.
working pretty
there
quick
goes.
tonight,
There it goes.
so.
Well, we've had some logistical issues. We got
logistical issues.
That's right there. Okay, that's good there. That's good there. All right. Who did Braun versus Corbin last week? Was that Doc Remedy?
Yes, and Mayhem Missy.
And Mayhem Missy.
Co-conspired.
Oh man, don't want to get rid of our cats. Can't do that to Cars because I like that match. Man, that's a lot of cats.
That's a lot of cats.
That's a lot of cats. Man, I really can't. I can't roll with this Braun and King Corbin thing. I think it's too obvious.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to do something else there. Let me do a real quick scan of the Superstar page and see if there's anything that. Oh man!
Oh, this is a good chance to mention. I believe MED just dropped into the chat, Sorg, on Facebook.
What we were just
Julian?
talking about. Well, hey Emily, your favorite person, Julian Jay, is here. Hello. So there's that. I have 30 seconds on the clock. All
30
right.
seconds on the
Screw
clock.
it. I am Russ. Give me Asuka versus.
Stop running down the clock.
Versus Chelsea's already taken. Damn it! Dakota Kai doesn't make any sense. Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee works.
With like 8 seconds to spare.
That's inspired. Wow. Asuka versus Dragon Lee. Hot damn. Hot diggity.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wow, that was an accident, but I love that it happened.
It's a happy accident. All right, Julian, you're up. Do you have any questions?
Yes.
I feel like you've seen every mishap that can happen during one of these things.
So it's anybody in like the stratosphere.
Basically.
Yes.
Within the boundaries of reality.
All right.
Like they're not booking Will Ospreay.
That's
at this point.
Clear.
Okay.
I love. By the way, everybody's messaging me.
MED is watching.
Everybody's messaging me what I should have done right now.
I would like to let everybody. It's a good chance for us to give a nice shout out to the tens of thousands of people watching us right now on Caffeine TV. What a fun platform that's been for us, Sorg.
136.
Yeah, they love us. We are red hot.
What's up, Barstool Sports?
What's up, Barstool? What up? What up, Pro Billiard Tour?
What's up, Bro Bible?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so I have to get rid of a match, right? Is that how this works?
If you wish to create a match, you must get rid of a match.
Right. Well, I'm going to get rid of Ricochet versus Wild.
Okay. Son of a bitch! That's right. That's how we do it. And then
I'm going to say Okada.
Yeah.
Versus Carmelo Hayes.
All right. All right.
Tina.
It's a toss-up for me.
Tina, do you have a comment for that one?
I'm just waiting for the point of order from Matt.
There's no point of order. We're good.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
He's not signed yet, as far as I know. Now, when he is, get signed. Perhaps by another organization.
I think he's still a free agent.
I think he's still a free agent right now.
Mm-hmm.
As far as we know, I gotta want to let this one slide. We're gonna do this. Let me recap the card for everybody. Hi, MED. Yeah, she's definitely in the. MED's in the chat, Julian. Did you know that? Did I mention that yet?
Should I be afraid?
I don't know.
No,
There's
just
very,
you know.
very
I
sophisticated.
just find it odd that, like, I mean, she's a big fan, but she's been popping into the chat every week. It's just weird that you're here this week and now she's in the chat. Let's recap the card for everybody, shouldn't we, Sorg?
Yeah, let's go on.
Natalia and her damn cat versus Drew McIntyre and his damn cat versus Zelina Vega and her damn cat, created by DP. Bobby Roode versus R-Truth, created by Alex Cars. Roxanne Perez versus AJ Lee, created by Tina. Rhea Ripley versus Chelsea Green, created by Katie Arquette. Kevin Owens versus Pete Dunne, created by Brandon and KC. Metaphor versus The Core, created by the anonymous Mayhem Mania general manager. Asuka versus Dragon Lee, created by Sorgatron, and Kazuchika Okada versus Carmelo Hayes, created by Julian Jay. Sorg, you will not believe this. Another match has graduated.
No.
I'll tell you which match graduated on Talking Mayhem Mania.
There you go.
Coming up sometime. Hard to say when.
Whenever I get to it.
Whenever we get
Thank you, Slice on Broadway, once again for providing the Mayhem Mania home game version. Check them out, sliceonbroadway.com. Fed a lot of our people this past weekend, the Top Rope Tabletop and the AEW Revolution pregame with Fight Forever that we did. Thank you so much, Slice, for supporting us. There you go. It's time to find out. Let's go down the horn. What did you learn from wrestling this week? Who would like to go first?
I'll go, Sorg.
All right. What did you learn?
I learned that...
aside from the duality of wrestling.
No. It's,
It's the triality of wrestling?
Maybe next week. Maybe by this time next week.
Who knows?
Wait. I gotta get my beer. I've been leaving my Labatt blue light.
Why are you stalling? We're already going late. Why are you stalling?
Is it that late? What time is it?
We're kind of late.
Shit.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. We still have to do 2 more
I
segments post-show.
I learned AJ Alexander is in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
He is wrestling for Kyushu Pro. You can go check him out on the YouTube if you can understand what I just called it. But I think we
follow AJ. He has
posted it
links
in the Facebook group. Yeah, he's posting it. And it's just really cool. Like he's pretty excited to be over there, and he's.
fucking doing
I got to see him do his. I got to watch his first match, and he did his moves, and it was cool. It was just like a classic Japan wrestling show in a gym, and yeah, it was cool. And what makes it really cool is that clearly this is something he's been working toward for a long time, so it's cool.
Talked to us a lot about
excited for
Joshi. I did message him yesterday, and he's down for coming back on the show when he gets back from Japan. So we love having people in after they've gone international. We talked. Did we talk to Raylyn after she went to Japan or China? I can't remember. And of course Facade after he spent I think half a year in India with Greg Holly. So no, love to have those conversations. So no, good for him. He's fucking doing it. I love it. The anonymous general manager. How would you say that again? Learned that Dom just wanted to make mommy proud and really brought it to Gunther for some nuggies and ranch. The fuck.
Yeah, Dominic is a big chicken tender guy.
Oh, yeah?
I never heard about this.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, this is there was some sort of interview where they were asking the Judgment Day, what do you guys eat when you're on the road? And they all all
one of those TikToks
and they
or something.
all snickered all at once, and they're like, Dominic always has chicken tenders. It must be his go-to. What a healthy lifestyle he's living. It's just chicken tendies and the ranch.
What is this T-shirt he's wearing? Something slut? Chicken tender slut? What the fuck?
What? What's that up? Where did you see that?
There's a T-shirt. You're half covering it, but it says chicken tender slut.
He loves the chicken tendies.
Wow. That's against the dress code. Tina, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
I learned that I love seeing genuine happiness and glee in wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to Wednesday and even on Sunday night's pay-per-view, Will Ospreay, just the genuine glee and happiness in his mannerisms and just in his demeanor when he got to wrestle, and then just being out and with American fans, it was just amazing. It was amazing, heartwarming to see.
I've never seen that man not happy out of the ring. I think it's impossible. That's amazing. Let's go down the line on the. I try to remember who all is still on the line. Potter, I know you're still out there.
I am still out here. So I learned that we need the sitcom of Stokey Hathaway, Chris Stanlander, and Willow Nightingale. He posted some photos. Willow did a day ago that looks straight out of a sitcom setup. And we need that.
Oh, I saw these. The one where they're wheelbarrowing him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Chris did it also where
sorry, I don't
they're standing on either side with their hand on his head. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
that screams late 80s, early 90s sitcom.
They're sitting on him. Yeah.
That's your ABC that's your ABC Friday night sitcom right there.
That's your TGIF.
And,
yes.
And James, can I add on to that really quickly? I think it was just a couple of weeks ago, the T-shirt that they had that come out, that was the 70s band, the Isley Brothers album cover. That was great too.
And by the way, Veda Scott responded to this thread with a "choices have been made" meme with a close-up of Willow. That's amazing. I love it. Keep that going. Oh, they're pulling all kinds of stuff out of this. The other one is when you made choices, but your chaotic energy is good with it. There you go. Album art, potentially. Julian, what'd you learn? Give me that face again. We'll cut that out later. Yeah, there you go. What'd you learn from wrestling this week?
Well, I learned not to miss any more AEW pay-per-views. Yeah, you guys really sold me on that, and I'm really upset. I missed everything.
I can't remember the last time we ran down an entire pay-per-view card and had opinions on it like that.
I'm still shocked. So you said, like, I just want to make sure that you said that, like, Claudio really, like, they set him up for a doomsday device, and he just, like, European uppercut.
Yeah,
this guy
rebounded off the
ran
ropes.
up the ropes
Yeah.
and he didn't just go up to the top rope. He ran up and then came back off. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Just showing off because he's Claudio. Freaking do anything.
Give me more Claudio in New Japan. He was there for like a minute. Like for a 6-man or something that he was like jet lagged for.
The WWE really, really missed out on this guy.
He's just a freak. Just a freak. Jeez. I didn't think about what I learned. Did I miss anybody out there? No? Nobody else is hiding in Zoom that I didn't know?
Wait, where's Bailey? Let's see if Bailey has anything else to say. What'd you do with Bailey?
Yeah, where'd you
Julian,
put
where's Bailey?
She's in a place that you don't need to know about right now.
Okay.
She's safe from you.
We gotta find a more a less upsetting way to conjure the anonymous Mayhem Mania general manager.
Oh, wait a second. I do have one more.
Go ahead.
I think that I took from Dave, or at least Dave had mentioned previously a few days ago. So there are 3 things in life that you can be sure of: death, taxes, and a Dakota Kai turn.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
a good point.
Absolutely. What did I learn this week? Jeez, is it that I worry for the boys, but I can't wait for them to be on the. Oh, jeez. Bailey has returned.
What?
What the snuck up on you, Julian?
Give your soul to Bailey.
What is happening? I need to get out of here.
The best new thing on AEW. I'm trying to move past that so hard. It's so why is Bailey drinking? What is happening right now? Damn it, I forgot.
What boys are you speaking of? You said you're afraid for the boys. You talking
I'm
about
afraid
his
for
boys?
the boys. No. The boys. So Dalton Castle's been in a feud with Johnny TV and wants to smash his face for screwing him over on the TV title match that happened like 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay.
And he finally got a match, but he had to put the boys on the line.
All right.
Yes. And the boys now belong to Johnny and Taya.
Okay.
So
not his boy for, from his dad talking to him about like cheating.
Past weekend, the top rope. Taya.
Hey, whoa! What am I doing?
That was my fault. Sorry.
No.
My
So
fault.
I fear for the boys, but hopefully they make an appearance on the Johnny Loves Taya on YouTube. Have you seen this?
No.
They're doing it's a 5-minute, I guess, reality show with Johnny TV and Taya Valkyrie on YouTube on AEW that they drop every week. I think they started it on Valentine's Day.
Wait, maybe I think I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I did see that. Yeah.
It's it's a reality show.
Mm-hmm.
Finger quotes. So,
reality TV is the new pro wrestling. So.
Well, you know what? We learned so much about rugby.
Yes.
And hurt feelings, and about the hooligan Julian Jay. He has got
the hooligan.
Wait, did you just realize that's his moniker?
Yeah, that's good.
Wow.
I think I brought it up like 3 times today.
I know, I heard it. It was great. I like it.
Wow.
Julian,
is this what you have to deal with on a daily basis? This is your friend, right? I'm assuming.
You see the color of his hair?
No.
You see the color of this hair?
Yeah.
Look at this beard. That's what I'm talking about.
Julian Jay.
Shit happens, man.
You wrestle. You wrestle places, including Prospect Pro Wrestling.
That's why I'm here.
Things. Yeah. Like I said, you're in the catalog with 880 Wrestling, RWA. Where are you going to be in the near future?
Well, on March 16th, I'll be in lovely, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Wyandotte, Michigan.
Wyandotte.
Yeah, Wyandotte. There we go.
Michigan.
Yeah, I'll be in Michigan.
Right.
Neither do I. But I'll be at Metro Pro wrestling there against Forever Young Zoe. And on March 22nd, I'll be wrestling over there at Pit Fight, and I'll be joining my Brotherhood brothers, and we'll be wrestling against Lebanon Dawn Enterprises.
There you go. We haven't said much of it, but Pit Fight, go support them, but also we'll be streaming free on IndyWrestling.us. So look out for that. Wyandotte is a city in Wayne County in the U.S. state of Michigan and has a population of 24,683 as of the 2021 census.
Okay.
I'm preparing you for your trip.
All right. Thanks. I guess. Like, I didn't expect to hear that.
I expect to read it. Guys, thank you so much. Wrestling Mayhem Show. Look for Talking Mayhem Mania. You'll get it early on the Patreon. And we'll be talking, I don't know what we'll talk about. Maybe I'll tell you what I thought about Dune Part 2 on the Patreon. Who knows? Maybe Julian will be still with us. Maybe he's done with us. Maybe something will happen to Matt before then. Thank you, Julian Jay, for checking us out. He's all over the social medias. Follow him for all the updates and things like that, and also look him up on IndyWrestling.us. We got a lot of his matches there on the YouTube and on the site if you're on the network and everything too. Thank you guys so much. You have been awesome. Thank you, Mayhemmers. Until next time, Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.